Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to this online lesson. It will enable you to boost your vocabulary stock on the theme of the unit and find out about the most famous international organizations. As you see, the theme of the unit consists of two concepts: international and organizations. The first concept, international, is an adjective, and the second is a noun. We can further divide the adjective international into two parts: inter and national. Inter is a prefix, and the prefix is a group of letters attached to the beginning of a word. Its dictionary meaning is between or among the stated people, things, or places. As for national, it's an adjective formed from the noun nation. Nation is synonymous with country. Morocco is a nation or a state. As for national, it means relating to a nation. The concept organizations can be defined as, or organization can be defined as a group of people who work together in a structured way for a shared purpose. So international organizations means worldwide organizations that function in many countries in the world. We can make a distinction between two types of organizations: GOs and NGOs. These are two acronyms for governmental organizations and non-governmental organizations. An acronym is an abbreviation consisting of the initial letters of other words. Two common examples of acronyms in English are WWW, which stands for World Wide Web, and VIP, which means very important people. Governmental organizations can be defined as organizations that are set up and funded by the government to implement its policies. So they are founded by the government and receive their funds from the government too. On the contrary, non-governmental organizations are any non-profit organizations. This is a second name for non-governmental organizations. They are called NPOs because they don't seek financial profit. NGOs are non-profit organizations that are independent from the government. They are driven by people with a common interest and are organized on a local, national, or international level. An organization that functions in one area in a city is local. An organization that functions in many cities within a country is national. And any organization functioning in many countries in the world is then an international organization. NGOs are also called civil society organizations. This is a third name for NGOs. And they are called so to show that they are founded by citizens, not by government. NGOs perform a variety of service and humanitarian functions. They are organized around specific issues such as human rights, health, environment, trade, and so on. This is to show you that NGOs have different areas of interest. Nevertheless, they have one common goal, which is providing humanitarian aid. Now I'm going to give you some examples of local organizations, some organizations that function in my area. I'm going to use the net. It's very important to note that the concept organization is synonymous with association. So here are two local associations. There are active associations in my city. Association Thémat pour la culture et l'art amazigh, So it is concerned with the Amazigh art and culture. And here is its logo, Association TMET. The second is Association EGRM pour le développement rural et la solidarité. As you see, this organization has different areas of interest like agriculture, ecology, development, solidarity, education, and sport. Some famous organizations in Morocco, national organizations, are Don't Touch My Children organization. Its function is fighting sexual exploitation of children. So it's against this phenomenon. The second is Besma. It is based in Rabat. So this organization works to feed, educate, and empower families. It supports indigent families. This is a vocab that I would like you to remember or memorize. Indigent. This adjective means very poor. Besma organization works to support indigent families or poor families. The third organization is الجمعية المغربية لحقوق الإنسان, the Moroccan Association for Human Rights. It is concerned with human rights and it works to protect human rights. غايتنا الكرامة والحقوق في كل مكان. Our purpose is dignity and rights everywhere. Now we'll move on to learn about or find about some famous international organizations. The most famous international organization is the UN. It's an acronym for the United Nations. This organization is based in the USA. Its headquarters are in the USA. Headquarters means the place where an organization is controlled. So this organization has branch offices in many countries in the world, but the place where it is controlled is the USA. The Secretary General of this organization is Mr. Antonio Guterres. The Secretary General means the person in charge of an organization. Its former Secretary General was Mr. Ban Ki-moon. The function of this organization is promoting peace and security in the world. And it has many specialized agencies. This organization has many branch organizations like UNICEF. It's an acronym for the United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund. As you see in the logo of the organization, there is a mother and her child. So this organization takes care of mothers and the children in the world, especially in developing countries, because in developing countries mothers and their children suffer from many problems. This organization is based in New York and its function is protecting children's rights. Its name in Arabic is منظمة الأمم المتحدة للطفولة. Another agency of the United Nations is UNESCO. The United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. Its headquarters are in France. It is based in France, in Paris. And its mission is promoting collaboration among nations through education, science and culture. So its areas of interest are education, science and culture. UNHCR. It stands for the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. A refugee means a person who is forced to leave their country of origin due to a number of reasons. Palestinians and Syrians are now refugees in many countries in the world. This organization is headquartered in Switzerland, and its function is to protect and support refugees. ICRC, the International Committee of the Red Cross or Crescent. Its name in Arabic is لجنة دولية للصليب الأحمر. It is also headquartered in Switzerland. Many international organizations are headquartered in Switzerland. Its function is providing medical care during wars and disasters. Examples of disasters are wars, earthquakes, volcanoes, burnings, floods, and so on. The sixth international organization is WHO, which stands for World Health Organization. As its name suggests, this organization is concerned with the world's health. It works to fight epidemics around the world, like coronavirus, COVID-19. It is also headquartered in Switzerland, and its name in Arabic is منظمة الصحة العالمية. This organization is concerned with helping developing countries modernize and improve their agriculture to ensure good nutrition and food security for all. Its name is Food and Agriculture Organization. In Arabic, منظمة الأغذية والزراعة. It is also a famous organization, and it is based in Italy, in Rome. DWB, it's an acronym for Doctors Without Borders. منظمة أطباء بلا حدود. It is headquartered in Switzerland, and its function is providing medical care during wars, disasters, and so on. This organization has the same function of the International Committee of the Red Cross, and its members are doctors from all across the world. They intervene during wars and disasters to provide medical care to people. WTO, World Trade Organization. It is also headquartered in Switzerland, and its function is regulating and controlling trade in the world. Its name in Arabic is منظمة التجارة العالمية. TI, Transparency International in short. Its headquarters are in Germany, and its function is fighting corruption in the world. Its name in Arabic is منظمة الشفافية الدولية. GP, Greenpeace. This organization is headquartered in Netherlands, and its function is protecting the world's environment. It focuses its campaigns on worldwide issues such as climate change, deforestation, and so on. This organization organizes many campaigns. A campaign means a series of activities that intend to achieve a particular goal. The word campaign can be noun or a verb. Greenpeace campaigns to raise people's awareness on the dangerous effects of pollution. Here, it's a verb. Greenpeace organizes campaigns. In this sentence, it is a noun. Two verbs can collocate with the noun campaign: organize or conduct. This organization conducts or organizes campaigns to sensitize people on a number of worldwide issues such as climate change and deforestation. The name of the organization in Arabic is منظمة سلام الأخضر. Oxfam. The full name of the organization is Oxford Committee for Famine Relief. Famine means shortage of food, and there are many African countries that suffer from this phenomenon. This organization is headquartered in Kenya, and its function, as its name suggests, is eliminating poverty and famine. Eliminating means eradicating, putting an end to something. The last international organization is AI, which stands for Amnesty International. It is headquartered in the United Kingdom, and its function is protecting human rights. The name of the organization in Arabic is منظمة العفو الدولية. Now we are going to talk about some famous officials in the world. Mr. Antonio Guterres is a famous official in the world. Everybody knows this person. He's the UN Secretary General. He is the United Nations Secretary General. He is the person in charge of this organization. The second photo is for Saad Din Atmani. He is well known in Morocco. He is the Secretary General of the Justice and Development Party. It's a political party in Morocco, and at the same time the Prime Minister of Morocco. This is the man on your left hand is Mr. Mohamed Abiaba. He is the Minister of Culture, Youth and Sport, and at the same time the spokesperson of the Moroccan government. The spokesperson is the person whose job is to talk on behalf of other people in an organization, a government, and so on. So this person talks on behalf of other ministers in the Moroccan government. The man on your left is Morocco's ambassador to France. An ambassador is an official whose job is to represent their country of origin in the foreign country where he lives or she lives. These are, of course, two well-known people, Mr. Donald Trump and Mr. Mike Pence. Donald Trump is the president of the USA, and Mike Pence is the vice president of the same country. So Mike Pence, his job is to do Trump's job when he is absent or on a mission. So the job of the vice president is to replace the president when he is absent or on a mission. Now let us practice the vocabulary word that you have learned. I've brought you 3 different exercises. Practice exercise 1. Match the words with their definitions. So here you are required to match each word with its appropriate definition. Okay, let's start by the first definition, very poor. So which word in this list of 11 words means very poor? Is it diplomacy, headquarters, spokesperson, constitution, secretary general, indigent, refugee, campaign, vice president, official, or ambassador? So very poor is the definition of indigent. Basma organization works to support indigent people in Morocco. Definition B, A person who holds a position of authority such as president, vice president, or secretary general. This is definition of official. So an official is a person who occupies a position of authority, like Donald Trump. He is a very famous official. He is the President of the United States of America. Definition C, the set of laws by which a state is governed, a group of laws that govern a country. It's the definition of constitution. According to the Moroccan constitution, people aged below 18 cannot vote during elections. This is a law according to the laws that govern our country, and these laws are referred to as constitution. Definition D, a diplomat sent by state as its permanent representative in a foreign country. It's the definition of ambassador. So the ambassador's job is to represent their country of origin in the foreign country where they live. The next definition, someone who is chosen by a group or organization to speak officially to the public for them. A person who speaks on behalf of a group of people in an organization or government is referred to as a spokesperson. Definition F, the most important official of an organization, the person in charge of an organization. Sa'ad Din Al-Athmani is the Secretary General of the Justice and Development Party. So it's of course the definition of Secretary General, the person who runs an organization. Definition G, the management of relationships between countries. It's the definition of diplomacy. Definition H, a person who has escaped from their own country for natural, political, religious, or economic reasons like wars, earthquakes, floods, droughts, and so on. A person who is forced to leave their country of origin due to these several reasons like volcanoes, earthquakes, floods, droughts, and so on is referred to as a refugee. Concept 7. Definition I, a series of planned activities that are intended to achieve a particular social, economical, or political aim. This is the definition of campaign. J, the person who has the position immediately below the president in some countries and who is responsible for the president's duties under conditions such as absence, illness, or death. This is the definition of vice president. Mike Pence is the vice president of the USA. When Trump is on a mission abroad or sick, Mike Pence takes charge of the USA. The last definition, the main offices where an organization is controlled, is a definition of headquarters. The International Committee of the Red Cross is headquartered in Switzerland. Its headquarters are in Switzerland. Exercise 2. Complete the sentences with the appropriate words from the list below. Here you are required to fill in the gaps with the appropriate words from the given list. You are given a list of 6 concepts: constitution, diplomacy, headquarters, refugee, spokesperson, and campaign. The King Mohammed VI has appointed new to Morocco in different foreign countries. So the word that should be used for filling in this sentence is ambassadors. Sentence 2. People who are under 18 can't vote according to the Moroccan. This is a law. So the right word is constitution. People who are under 18 can't vote according to the Moroccan constitution. Sentence 3. Some politicians insist on as a way to promote peace all over the world. So one way for promoting peace all over the world is through diplomacy. Sentence 4. Greenpeace, it's a famous international organization. It conducts raise the world's awareness of the threat of pollution. I told you before that the verbs conduct and organize can collocate with the noun campaign. Greenpeace conducts campaigns to raise the world's awareness of the threat of pollution. Sentence 5. Some companies in Morocco have their in Europe. So the appropriate word is headquarters. For example, Dacia company. This company produces cars, but its headquarters are in France. And it has a branch company in Morocco, in Tangiers. The last sentence, the UNHCR is a famous organization concerned with protecting and supporting, in the word, the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. It is of course concerned with supporting refugees. Practice exercise 3. Its instruction is match the words that go together to form collocations. Let us first clarify the concept collocation. A collocation can be defined as a group of two or more words that usually go together. In fact, there is no rule that governs the use of collocation. The only way to learn collocation is memorization. So you have two lists of words, list 1, list 2. So let's start. Indigent. This word, it collocates with the word families in the second list. We say indigent families. Besma organization works to support indigent families, poor families. Poverty. It can collocate with eradication. Poverty eradication or poverty elimination. Eliminating poverty or eradicating poverty. Putting an end to this phenomenon. Medical. It collocates with care, medical care. The International Committee of the Red Cross provide medical care to the victims of wars and natural disasters. Fundamental collocates with rights. Fundamental is synonymous with basic, and basic can also communicate with rights. We say fundamental rights or basic rights. Community collocates with service. Community service. It's any work that you do to serve people in your community. Good citizens participate in community service. Exercise 4. Complete the table as suggested. Here you are required to complete the table with nouns and verbs. The verb that can be formed from the noun government is govern. Mohammed VI governs Morocco. Saad Din Al-Athmani is the head of Morocco's government. Achievement. The verb that can be formed from this noun is achieve. You should work hard if you want to achieve your goal. Conservation. The verb that we can form from it is conserve. Reduction. Reduce. To reduce something means to make it smaller in size, quantity, and even importance. Collaborate, it means work together, and the noun that can be formed from this verb is collaboration. This process is called in English word formation. You create new words from the given words. Destruction. The verb that can be formed from this noun is destroy. Pollution destroys our environment. Eradication. Eradicate. Many organizations in Morocco work to eradicate poverty in Morocco. It is synonymous with eliminate. Modernity. The verb that we can form from this noun is modernize, to make something modern. Safety. Save. Our responsibility as good citizens is to save our environment. Empower. It means to give power to a person. Empowerment. Improve. Improvement. Contribute. Contribution. Protection. Protect. Promote. To promote means to develop or to improve something. The noun that can be formed from the verb promote is promotion. Well, we have formed a number of new words: govern, achieve, conserve, reduce, collaboration, destroy, eradicate, modernize, save, empowerment, improvement, contribution, protect, and promotion. Let's move on to the next exercise. It's the last exercise. Its instruction is put the words in brackets into the correct form. So here you are required to put the words in brackets into the correct form. Local and international non-governmental organizations are a major force in the protects and promotion of children's rights. Here you are given a verb, but the context doesn't need a verb, because before the verb we have an article, the, and after articles we must have a noun. So the verb should be changed by a noun formed from the same verb. Protect, we said that the noun that can be formed from this verb is protection. Okay, to force a major force in the protection and promotion. Look, we have and here, and after and we have a noun. So the word before and must be a noun, because and in English is used for linking two words that have the same function. It must link a noun with a noun or an adjective with an adjective. We cannot use and for linking a noun with an adjective or an adjective with a noun. Their contributes may include awareness raising and community empower projects. Their contribute. Here again you are given a verb, but the context doesn't need a verb. It needs a noun. Contribute, formed from the same verb. Contribution. Their contribution may include, this is a sentence, and their contribution is its subject, so it must be a noun. Their contribution may include awareness raising and community empower. Here again you are given a verb, but the context needs a noun. Empowerment projects. Some organizations can help raise local awareness of people on the rights of the child. Others have interest in health and, again here we have and, before it we have a noun, so the word after and must be a noun too. So the noun that can be formed from the verb save is safety. Others have interest in health and safety, which involves technical, medical, social, and legal aspects, as well as a variety of disciplines, professions, and social groups. Sentence 2. There is a comprehensive work of organizations whose knowledge and capabilities can be used to do what? To promote. So here you are given a verb, and the context needs a verb, so it should be kept unchanged. To promote, we have just to erase the brackets. To promote exchange of information and experience among countries. The third sentence, Oxfam is a global organization working to do what? We need a verb, and we are given a noun. To eradicate, you can say to eradication. To eradicate. They are working to eradicate, so we need a verb, and the verb is eradicate. To eradicate the injustice of poverty, it helps people build better futures for themselves and save lives in disasters. The last sentence, many people feel a sense of commitment to their neighborhood and are actively involved in activities too. You are given a noun, a verb, sorry, and the context needs a verb, so it should be kept unchanged. You just delete the brackets. So many people feel a sense of commitment to their neighborhood and are actively involved in activities to improve the quality of life there. This is the last exercise, and it marks the end of this lesson. I hope that you've enjoyed it and learned something from it. Thank you so much for your attention. Goodbye.